All right, hey everybody, it's your girl, Brown Sugar Skin Mommy. I'm here to kind of tell you and bring you on my journey. So let me just get started and tell you kind of who I am and what I've been doing. So I am 34 years old. I have two boys. I have a 3-year-old, Noah, and Elijah. He's 8 and he'll be 9 in October. And I've always been a person that's been fairly small. So my whole life, I've probably been in a size 4 to 6. There was a point, high school, early college, that I was about 2'4". And then after that, I was about 4'6" after graduation from college. Even after I had my kids, I was still 4'6". And recently, I went to Express, as in about 5 days ago, and I was in a size 10. Yeah. And so at that point, I took some pictures of myself and I decided that that just wasn't gonna work for me. Super uncomfortable in my weight, and so I decided that I was gonna get serious about this. So I decided to bring people on my journey as an accountability for myself. So let's talk a little bit about where I am. So right now, it's even crazy for me to say this, I am weighing in at 165 pounds. To put that in perspective, with my second child, 9 months pregnant, I was weighing in at 159. So this is extremely shocking for me. In terms of my measurements, I am a 36 bust, 32 waist, and 42 hips. So my husband and I, we are planning on going to Brazil in December. And today is September 8th, 2018, and we're going to Brazil, in December. The day after Christmas, like the kids are gonna open up those presents and we're about to peace out. So this journey is gonna be me trying to prepare myself for Brazil. That gives me about 15, 16 weeks, because I kind of started this past week to get myself together. And hopefully you'll have fun on this journey. I do not have any fitness tips yet. Don't know what I'm gonna do. I am a little obsessive compulsive sometimes, so I'm curious to see how that'll look. Let me tell you about a little bit about what I've been doing throughout this. So after I saw myself in the mirror, I was just like, what the fuck is that? Is that a back roll? Is that a motherfucking back roll? Is that a stomach roll on top of another stomach roll on top of a back roll? I can't be going to Brazil looking like that in front of them hoes. I just can't. I just refuse. And a lot of people say, well, you know, you're coming into your 30s weight, but bitch, fuck that. Fuck 30s weight, okay? Fuck 2 kids, because I've never looked like this before, and I refuse to look like that. So here I am. So last week, what I did was I started on Tuesday, because Monday was Labor Day, and yeah, I was fucking some shit up. I was fucking some wings up, fucking some chips up, and I was like, this is my last day. So on Tuesday, that morning, I got up, and I'll insert a couple like clips for accountability wise. I got up and I ran 2 miles before work. So I ran, we have a trail right in front of my house, so it makes it a lot easier. I got up, it was hot as fuck. It was like 90 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning. My husband leaves for work at 6:30. I dropped my kids off at 7. In my workout clothes, ran 2 miles, jumped in the shower, and ran 2 miles. So that took me about 15 minutes, and was in the shower and back at my job no later than 8:30, because my job is only like 30 minutes away. And so after I did that, I came home, and I had a bad day at work, didn't really get a chance to like kind of relax for a bit. So came home, kids to homework, made a quick meal for the kids. They wanted like ravioli or something like that, and went straight and ran again. And I have clips of that. My accountability clips are gonna be just me just taking a snapshot proving that I ran, just to hold myself accountable. It's not that I'm a big social media person. It's not that I'm trying to show everybody, look what I'm doing. It's just a way if I know I have to post this picture, it just keeps me accountable to somebody else. Throughout my, my time trying to like stay in shape throughout my life, I've always done better when I've had either a partner or been in like group classes or something like that. And so this is my way of creating kind of a coalition, if you will, about me really getting started with like getting myself back together, because this is, and I'm not large, right? Like, and large is relative, because, I feel like you can be beautiful at any size that you are. But for me, what is important is me feeling comfortable in myself. And, there are some people who weigh 200 plus pounds and are shapely, are curvy, and are confident in themselves, but that's not me. I don't feel confident in the way that I look in my clothes. Also, my natural frame is smaller, so when I gain weight, I don't get more shapely, I just get more jiggly. And I also gain weight in my stomach and in my breasts and in my arms. See that? Look at that. And so for me, gaining weight the weight doesn't sit where I would want it to sit for me to feel comfortable. And that's kind of where I am now. I just wrote down a couple things to kind of, in case you want to, and you can always like fast forward through this shit, because I know when I'm watching videos, I just want to know what the fuck you're going to be doing. I don't really want to hear all the background. But for those of you who do want to know about me and my background, and let me tell you how I got here. So I just started a new job in May, and it's going well. But before that, I was at a job for about 2.5 years, and I was really unhappy in that job for a couple reasons. One, I was working my ass off, okay? I was working my ass off in a really male-dominated industry, very little diversity, and I was feeling bad. And I was struggling in that. It was also the type of place where every single meeting we ordered food. And because it was male dominated, it was very like barbecue food and heavy foods. And I was just eating in a way that I've never ate in my whole life. And I've never been like a dieter. That's never anything I did. In fact, I used to like eat pints of ice cream because I'm like, oh, I'm going to be thick one day. And now that I'm like quote unquote thicker, I'm like, what the fuck? This shit doesn't look like it looks on any of these other girls. Like, I just look like a blab of fucking fat. So in my own opinion, right? So again, because it's relative, but for how I want to personally look, that's how I felt. I was working long hours, and when I mean by longer hours, not like 9 hours, bitch. I was working like 14, 16 hours a day. And on top of that, I was driving a minimum of 1 hour to 1.5 hours. And I was dog tired. And then I would come home, and when I would leave to go to work, my kids would be asleep. When I get home, my kids would be asleep. And then I would spend every minute of the weekends just trying to spend time with them and love them and make sure they know I'm here and supporting them, or staying up and looking over homework. And I just wasn't sleeping. And I'm not a big sleeper, but I was sleeping even less. And I was having like mom guilt because I'm like working and not seeing them. And then I was having like guilt about the way that I looked. And you're seeing people and you're like, that bitch fine as fuck, like I don't look like that. And I was just getting into like this comparison, and I wasn't happy where I was in my career. Even though I was doing well, I felt like I should be doing better. And so everything was coming downhill for that. So I would be like, oh, I'm on my way home, I don't feel like eating. Fuck, Chick-fil-A open? Yeah, bet, Chick-fil-A. Oh, okay, Taco Bell open? Boom, Chipotle. I was fucking some Chipotle up. I know they're having like all these outbreaks and shit, but I was fucking that cilantro rice up because it's good as fuck regardless of the outbreaks. Okay? Then I discovered, not that I hadn't had it before, but like I just discovered Indian food. And when I tell you I was fucking that rice up, I mean, I was ordering Uber Eats, Indian food every other day. I had to be taking in 2,000, 3,000 calories in every seating. And, and it's not like it happened like, oh my God, I can't believe how I got here. I saw it happening. I was like, wait. Because when I started the job, so in 2.5 years, I gained this weight. When I started my job, I was 140 pounds. and 142 pounds. And I was like, damn, I'm at 146, but I still look good, no big deal. 148, 150, wait a minute. I'm getting big now. I'm like gaining weight pretty quickly. That was fast. Not that I was getting big, I was just gaining weight fast. And I was like, okay, well, no big deal. 155, okay, well, you know, I'm a little thick with it. And then boom, 160. My arm is jiggling. But I couldn't stop the cycle of eating because I wasn't home to cook and I didn't want to cook. That was the first thing. That was the next thing. So that's kind of how I got here. You know, the rice, the more rice, Indian food rice. Oh, let me also say Peruvian rice. Shout out to just every culture. Jollof rice, yes, fried rice, rice, okay, rice, and I was killing it. And then I was fucking up some alcohol, okay, margarita this, sangria that, just every type of juice, alcohol, sugary goodness, love child. I was taking it because I was stressed, and I'm one of those people who want to have a drink. And so between the drinking, the alcohol, and the portion control, I just did too much. And the wings. And so that's why I'm here today. And I want to just take you on my journey. I'm inserting some pictures at the end of what I look like. Let me just stand up and tell you what I look like. And also let me tell you my goals. So my goals are to drop 25 pounds. I'm really wanting to get back to 140. That's when I felt the best in myself. But I would be willing to be at 145, 150. It's really not about so much the weight as getting my stomach back down flat. I'm not trying to get a six-pack per se. I just want not to have fucking rolls and fucking pussy do, okay? And I just want to not be so jiggly. I want to tone up. And I just don't want this. You see this thing right here that you're seeing? I just don't want that. And that's kind of where I am. I thought about liposuction, thought about cool sculpting, I thought about all these different things. I may or may not do those depending on how this goes. So come along with the journey. It's your girl, Brown Sugar Skin Mommy. Let me tell you and show you rather kind of how I look. So here is, sorry it's all wet. I just got finished working out. So you know, the booty's kind of sticking out a little bit more, but this can't do this. And so what I've been doing a lot of is wearing these high-waisted jeans. I've actually been, you know, some guys are like, oh, I like your thickness, but you ain't seen this shit naked. And you ain't, not that they would, because I have my husband, but like, I don't want this. I want that snatched stomach look, you know what I mean, bitch? So that's kind of where I am, what I'm doing. Come along with the journey. I plan to post a video every week outlining my journey, and you let me know how it is. Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. Got a Kaepernick jersey. Got my Nike Just Do It on because I'm supporting it, and I'm very happy to see Nike out here being bold. All right, until the next one. Once a week.